Saturday, August 20th, 2022, coming to Hartford, Michigan at the Van Buren Poorhouse Museum, it's Ghost-O-Rama. Ghost-O-Rama is a one-of-a-kind event. It's a paranormal meet and greet / flea market / Comic-Con, car show, and much, much more. There'll be paranormal groups, the Ghostbusters, the Mystery Machine, spooky vendors, live band, ghost tour, Jurassic Park, killer cars, food truck, disc jockey, historical museum, kid haunted house, and much more. Van Buren County Historical Museum. That's right, out at 58471 Red Arrow Highway, Hartford, Michigan, 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's an outdoor market, which is free to the public. That's right, you heard me. It's open to the public. There'll be a museum tour, $5 per person. Also, from 9 to 11, a ghost tour, $20 per person. That's right, Ghost-O-Rama is hitting West Michigan, Saturday, August 20th, 2022, at the Hartford Van Buren Poorhouse Museum. This is sponsored by Southern Michigan Paranormal's UnrestrictedRadio.com, the Great Lakes Ghostbuster Coalition, How to Halloween, Frankenfest, and the Midwest Parahistorical Society.
Live, there we go. Get it.
Thank you, February 25th
a little bit.
episode of Ghost to Ghost PM. Our special guest tonight is G from Paranormal Search.
Get it?
What's up, bud?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Pretty good. About yourself?
I'm doing just fine.
Cool. Run through here real quick and say hi to everybody. Man, we just started. We're up to 20 likes already, man. You got to love them thumbs up.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you, everybody, being here. Appreciate it.
There's Nicole, Laura. There's Helene, Ghost Tracers, Templar. Howdy, everybody. There's Go Get 'Em Paranormal Team. There's Dev. A bunch of new faces in here tonight.
Dev, I told you, bringing the whole gang, the whole Paranormal Search gang up in here. Let's go.
Your family is welcomed over here, joined in with my family. Just makes both of us that much bigger. Because I know several of my people are going to come over and join you tonight.
Hopefully.
Rob Random, Justin Woods. There's KG. Howdy, dear. Let me see here. There's Trapper. There's Redneck. Welcome, guys. So, G, what got you started into paranormal?
It's ever since my grandmother passed away from cancer. That's how it all that's how I got more into it and stuff. Seeing her there, like on the couch, like sitting next to me and everything just made me more wanted to dig in more into the paranormal and unexplained and stuff like that.
So then you said you've been doing this for 8 years?
For 8 years, about that.
Okay. So then when did you start posting your videos and stuff on YouTube and creating content for your channel?
That was that channel that I removed, that I put down. That's when I first actually started getting posting videos, once I found a partner and stuff, somebody to go with me, so I wouldn't do it alone, even though there's 2 times I did it alone already, though. But once I found somebody and stuff that was willing to help me, he should be on here maybe. He might pop in and out. But once I found that person and stuff, that's when I got, really serious about it. And, I was like, you know what, let me just start up a channel and start entertaining other people and see what they think. And if I can entertain them, then that's great. Try to get as much people on as possible.
Okay. Hey, Lee. So how long did the original channel run then? Till right before you started this one?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. Maybe like 4 or 5 months, 5 months possibly, somewhere around that time.
Okay. And then you've had this one here running for like 6 months.
Or something like that, yeah. Mark can actually check right now, matter of fact. What's up, Tommy? Appreciate everybody being here. I pushed my stream back to 8, so I'm stopping in to say hi at least. Appreciate everybody being here. Wolf, Laura, go get them. Appreciate everybody coming in here. I'm actually check when I did start this channel. That's actually a good question. October 27, 2021.
Okay.
So
All
about
right.
5 months, I guess. Has been 5 months. March.
Yes, something like that. Yeah, it's almost March, man. We only got 3 days left in February already.
Yes, we do. February's a short month.
Yes, it is. Things off my screen right here. Shared on Twitter. Thank you, Helena. I appreciate that. So, do you remember your very first investigation?
Famously known, like on TV shows and stuff like that, though, right? If I'm understanding correctly.
Where was it at?
It was that first location was Penhurst Asylum in Spring City, Pennsylvania. That was actually a public investigation, which had about over 50 people there. So Penhurst Asylum was my first investigation.
Oh, wow. So, you know, everybody that knows you knows what happened last week. And I don't want to go into a lot of detail right now about that. But is that the first investigation you've ever been to where something like that's occurred?
Yes. That is the first investigation, and that is Fairfield. It's a mixture of things. It can be, I believe it has, I'm trying to think. It was Trans-Allegheny and Fairfield combined, but I feel like most of it came from Fairfield Infirmary, and I have my reasons to back that up and stuff, from everything when I went inside of the coffin, for example, my ribs were hurting really, really bad when I came out. And then I had a couple people on here. I have some empaths. I have some psychics on here as well on my channel that are telling me, what they see and what they feel and sense. And I guess, there was 2 people standing from like in front of the coffin. One person was in front and one was in the back. It was like a goal, I don't know how to pronounce it, but like dressed in black or whatever, and just standing next to the coffin. And once I got out, I did an Esther session in there. I don't even know if you watched it, but did an Esther session in the coffin. Coffin was closed all the way. And once I came out, like my ribs just started hurting really bad. And then after that, it was the dungeons upstairs. There's chains. There the hooks. There's a chain. There's like chains and hooks, but the hooks were original. But the chains were, they weren't new. There was somebody brought them already. They bought them, but the hooks were original. And I did an Esther session on there as well. In the dungeons with being chained up. My partner tied my arms, up with the chains and did an Estes in there. And then I did get a little bit, when I put this, a little bit angry and, provoked a little bit, maybe in the dungeons. There was maybe from 2-3 minutes, probably. And I feel like it definitely has something to do with that and the morgue. The morgue was definitely a hot spot for activity, with, the spirit box telling us to get out and all these like bad things. They just didn't want us in the morgue at all. So all of that, Trans-Allegheny and Fairfield, I think definitely Fairfield, like that place, that is the first place in my 8 years of doing this that messed me up really bad. That place is no joke. If you walk in there, you walking into the depths of hell, like right then and there. And you can feel the energy. As soon as you walk through that front entrance, you can feel the energy just rush right in your face as soon as you walk up those steps. Like, it's not, there's more negative than there is good over there.
Wow. Wow. I know all of us were worried about you, man. I mean, you know, we knew you were looking forward to Fairfield. And then, you know, we caught the news that you were in the hospital, and everybody's like, what the hell? And I kind of figured that that's probably what it was. Because, I mean, a young man like you should not just be having
Right.
a heart attack that fast. So, but dude, I was amazed. You're in the hospital for 2 days and you're live, like
Yeah,
almost right after you got home.
They wanted to keep me in there. I was like, that's not gonna happen. They were charging like so much extra money, and I do not like staying in there. I was like, there's no way. They're not gonna keep me in here.
I know. I mean, it just blew me away that, okay, well, he's probably going to get out on Tuesday, and boom, Tuesday late morning, early afternoon, you're live, and it's like, dude, go home and lay down.
I had to keep them updated and stuff. They were worried, especially all these people on here, and all my fans were worried. And I just I needed to make sure, you know, they need to know that I'm okay, because if it wasn't for them, these investigations wouldn't be happening. There wouldn't be no paranormal search if it wasn't for all these people on here.
It's very true. Very true. That's how I am with my family on here. I mean, you know, they're the ones that give me the gumption to keep going. So how many?
Also, what I wanted, I'm gonna add something else in here and stuff, like your last interview that you did have with Wolf or whatever. We were talking about her coming down here to the States.
Yeah.
So there will be another Fairfield Infirmary, but not from my part. It's going to be from her side. So I will be returning to that place with her sometime. I'm not going to say exactly when yet. I will premiere that video whenever I get more information about it. But that's going to be one of the places that we will be going to for her video and live and everything. So I'm not done with that place yet. But on my part, I'm not recording over there anymore. Like, you know, I'm done recording. That was my final chapter, and I still have a final chapter coming up for the Madison Seminary as well at some point down the road. But got that coming up. Just a little sneak preview. I'm not going to give all the details out. Must wait for the premiere. Once I premiere it, and you guys will find out what's going on. But it's going to be, I got big, crazy things coming up. We got Waverly Hills Sanitarium coming up this summer, and probably Hillview Manor, Old Hospital on College Hill. There's a lot of places that are coming up though. Like, it's be crazy. Black Hour Project, appreciate you being here. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate the comment. Appreciate the support.
Yeah, I wanted to take a second and you know, number one, thank all of my regulars, the people that have been with me and slowly growing with me on this second round with a new channel. I want to thank all of G's folks for coming over and hanging out. Welcome to the family. Also AAP's people that have come over and joined us tonight for the interview. AAP and I, we've been tight for a long time, and it's nice to meet people from his live stream. So in 8 years,
people up there, 25 people in here. Make sure you guys like this video up. Subscribe to Drew's channel, definitely. Make sure you guys have that bell on.
Yeah, we try to do investigations as often as we can get them set up. We done one last week at Masonic Temple. That was an epic adventure right there.
I still need to watch that. Yeah, I need to watch that right when the stream's done. Definitely.
I think it's the 12th of March. We have one in a restaurant, an Italian restaurant over on the Lake Michigan. And this thing's got some history to it. They've actually got security camera footage from one of the kitchen security cameras of a spirit walking through the kitchen at night. And a little bit of the history, the people who originally opened it the home used to be right up against the side of the restaurant, and the husband at one point in time, one of the people that lived there, killed his wife and stuffed her up the chimney. So
I never heard of that before.
that was
I
kind
know
of
there's a lot of deaths and killings and murders and stuff, though, but putting somebody up a chimney, that's a first for me. I never heard that
yeah.
before. It's crazy.
I don't know if they ever used the chimney or anything, but that's where the police found her body, was shoved up the chimney. So yeah, this dude was a nutball, man.
Appreciate it, Trapper. Appreciate it, Paul.
Awesome. Thank you, Bob. So 8 years of doing investigations, how many have you done?
Oh man, I do not know the exact number though. I do not know, to be honest. I don't know a lot.
Rough count?
I don't know how to say. I don't know. Privately, like people's homes and stuff like that. I don't know. I would say possibly maybe like over like 150 probably. That's just a random guess.
Okay, so we'll say 150. Out of those 150, you have done some pretty big locations. It's pretty famous locations. I mean, locations that have been featured on paranormal shows on television and stuff. Which one sticks out in your mind that you went to that was really hyped up, but when you got there, it was kind of a disappointment? You really didn't get a lot, or?
That's a good question, actually. That is a really good question. I would have to say possibly Forest Haven Asylum, maybe in some way. I know Ghost Adventures was gonna do that place long time ago, but the security didn't let him. It's a no trespassing place, but I've been into that place over 25 times. Wow. And the first time we went there, we had an EVP. We have an EVP, and maybe like a cheap one of those cheap EVP recorders, not the ones that are like $1,000, $2,000. And we captured our first EVP in the morgue. Like, it was a tuberculosis hospital, I believe. And I know I asked a question if somebody like needs something removed that's in the area around their chest, and you can hear the clear yeah. Like, I don't know. You know what? I can play the video. It's only about like a couple seconds long. I have it on my phone. That was actually the first EVP that I ever caught on here. And I'm going to see if you can hear it and if the check can hear it. I'm pretty sure it's loud and clear, though.
Okay. Go for it.
You need something removed that's in the area around your chest. Right there. I'm not sure if you heard that, though, but that's like a clear EVP. Right, and you got headphones. Did you hear it?
Yeah, right there at the end where it went.
It said yeah. It was like yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yep. Wow. That was the first one, but there's times it's a hit or miss. That place is literally a hit or miss. You either, you'll get there and it depends. If they want to talk, they're going to talk. If they don't, then, they don't. But the morgue, out of all the places, one morgue is definitely really, really active. Like, you get this pressure on your chest and it's so hard to breathe because of them having the tuberculosis, and everything happening to them. And then there's this one area where there's like a bipolar spirit in there, and it just is. It's a hit or miss. I mean, you get lucky if you get something, but that place is definitely haunted, definitely active, 100%. But people destroy it, There was some time where I went there and you can hear just people breaking windows and glasses and just destroying the place. And one of the buildings that I did investigate, it was Gundry Sanitarium. That whole place was taken down. Like, somebody burned it completely to the grounds like a couple months ago.
Wow. So on the opposite end of the spectrum. Oh, wait a second. There was a question here a second ago. Have you ever been tagged or scratched or anything like that at an investigation?
Now, let me see that question. Who asked that question so I can look at
it? It was back up here just a ways. Rob Random.
Have I ever been marked while ghost hunting, like scratched? I mean, I wouldn't necessarily, I like scratched, not really, but like feelings of like somebody just having their hands around your neck, like choking and stuff, though, plenty of times, yes. If that answers the question. And there's also a time I did use a Ouija board from the last channel when we went to, it was a St. Mary's Hell House where it was like satanic worshiping and animal sacrifices and stuff like that. I did use a Ouija board with those two people over there, and the planchette was going so fast, as we asked for the name and it was going Zozo back and forth so fast. And then after that, we moved to another area and asked the name again, and it said like a boy's name, I believe. It was a little boy's name. And then we said, is this really you? And then it said no. And then after that, we asked, what's really your name? And it went back and forth to Zozo again. That was the last time I played with the Ouija board, though. But I don't feel comfortable playing with it unless I have like more people. But at the same time, it's after what happened and stuff to me, like in the past week and a half, I don't think I would ever like consider doing that Ouija board thing again, because it can be even worse. I can open up something I'm never going to be able to close.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to do that anymore. Just put myself in danger even more.
But I don't think we're going to die, Tommy. It's all right. I'm protected. I'm pretty well protected now. After last year and the three attacks that I went through, I'm pretty protected now.
You shed a Templar Knight.
Cool, man. Yeah, I was attacked 3 times last year. One time I was attacked all 3 times I was attacked in cemeteries. One of them was so bad I didn't even get to do the investigation. I got attacked before the investigation started, and wound up with really bad stomach cramps. And when I raised my shirt, I had scratches right underneath my left ribs going from front to back. But the first time was three distinct claw marks going right down my spine from my neck to my waistband. And I had my
fan, like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of like cemeteries like that. I don't know why. No, I mean, you can pick up definitely activity from there, like a lot of activity. But I did Old Alms House in Gettysburg. I did the Old Alms House Cemetery on the last channel. We picked up on a woman's spirit, though. Didn't really get that much. And the REM was going off. I'm not sure it was because of needed to replace the battery or whatever, but I'm more of of a prison type of asylum hospital, like some crazy places with dark histories where it's like, okay, all this happened, you're definitely going to get something here and everything like that. But
yeah, we'd like to do more of those. There's just not that many in close proximity to where we're all at. You've either got to go way up north or down into Indiana or over into Illinois or something like that to find. Like we had the old Michigan State Prison here, but they're using parts of it now for housing. So
yeah, I never did a prison yet. That's going to be coming this year as well. I never did a prison or a jail yet around here. I was thinking about doing maybe West Virginia Penitentiary like in July, but it's only like 6 hours, and the price is a little bit ridiculous for 6 hours only for a private. Now, if they pushed it up to maybe 8 or 9, then, I would reconsider it. But there's Old Crescent Cemetery, and there's a lot of them that I want to do, but I'm taking one at a time and stuff, We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So on the opposite side of the spectrum, have there been any investigations you've gone to that were worse than what you had always heard they were? I mean, the kind of places you went into and they just literally scared the hell out of you.
Oh, you got good questions, Drew, tonight, though. I like that. That's a really good question. There's only, I think, one that I can think about. I mean, 2, but my top one is definitely Fairfield and then Trans-Allegheny. I feel like because Trans-Allegheny, I think it's about like $1,200 for a private investigation. They include insurance. They give you insurance and stuff, though, if anything happens. But definitely Fairfield. It's just when you come up the front entrance and you walk up those steps, and you just see these long hallways, and you got doors left, right, like something's just about to run out, like go from room to room, back and forth. But you can feel the negative energy, like the anger in that place, and the sadness and depression, and just you can feel so many emotions. You don't even know how you feel. You just feel happy at one point, sad, mad, angry, upset. You can just feel it, like the breeze just hits you right in the face. You know, something's definitely here. And the last time I went, the final chapter that I did from my channel, like the first one, I'm gonna start from the first time when I was doing it with the owner, with Adam on there. We heard knocking, like footsteps and stuff, but when I went with my partner, actually, that's the scariest like time, is the last time I went. And we heard that woman humming upstairs. You can hear her singing, like humming and just walking slowly upstairs. And that was a lady that I guess caught herself on fire by accident at a fireplace or something like that. We heard her humming, and it was that place is the worst place that I will never ever forget. That's the most worst investigation yet. But
Wow.
and also and stuff, looking down, maybe Bobby Mackey's down the road as well. Bobby Mackey's, and definitely maybe, see, I don't know when. I'm gonna say July. I didn't want to tell anybody this, but since it's an interview, you know what? Possibly like July, August, maybe somewhere around there. There's gonna be a private investigation for all of you who don't know, at Conjuring House. That's coming up too. You're looking at me like this motherfucker is crazy though. Yeah, they're about like 125 for a private investigation, which is not bad. So Conjuring House is coming up as well, though. That one's gonna be really crazy.
We were actually talking about places like the Conjuring House and stuff, and I've died 3 times. Okay, places like that don't scare me. I'll go in there in my boxer briefs, carry a toothbrush and a
I
an EMF detector, and go to sleep on the couch. I don't care. It's just that kind of stuff don't really scare me. I mean, a lot of people get on me because I don't react to a lot of the things we pick up, like they do on Ghost Hunters or Ghost Adventures or something. I mean, I don't, and it's like, psst, I've been married twice, dude. I've died 3 times. What's could be scarier than that? I mean, seriously, what are they going to do to me? Take my soul?
I'm still
So,
trying to experience like with the door closing, like door slamming, and I want to experience like that kind of stuff. That's at Indiana State Sanitarium. I saw a couple of videos. That place is huge. I mean, the price is good. They get you, they let you sleep in there for free or whatever. But that place, from 5 p.m. until noon the next day, for it to be like, I think it was at $400, I believe, 400, 600, 400, I believe. It's like 2 sections. One is just like the main entrance, and it's huge. And then they have another section that's just like the hospital and stuff, though. So that place is going to be really crazy as well. But yeah,
so
me and Wolf Haunts, that's definitely that. Me and her is going to be doing that Conjuring House sometime this summer, somewhere around there. I just don't know the date yet, but I'm going to get that. If they have tickets available, of course, we'll get that situated, and that's going to be a crazy investigation, definitely.
wow. Now, see, that was actually, you just kind of touched on one of my questions. That I know that Helene is planning on coming over this summer and doing investigations with you and stuff. And what kind of places are you planning on taking her?
Well, she's going to be here probably only for like a week. So I think, I mean, I'm not going to, since it's her first time coming like over here, so like meeting each other or whatever, I don't want to sit there and just throw like so many locations out at once, only because of the situation that I had last week happen. So like when she gets here, probably, the first time it probably would be, like I said, this will be on her channel. Fairfield Infirmary and possibly Forest Haven, maybe Sex Covered Bridge down Gettysburg, possibly Gettysburg during the day. And then like when she's here the second time, it'll probably be, the Madison Seminary or Conjuring House definitely and stuff. You know, I gotta keep it, you know, low a little bit though. Drew, you making me tell me all my secrets right now, bro. I gotta, you know, keep it down low. I gotta keep people at the edge of their seats and
You,
stuff. Though.
you are
I gotta keep them
you
excited and
you are
stuff.
more than welcome to just straight up look at that camera and tell me you plead the fifth.
Well, I
You
didn't
don't.
plead the fifth because it's already out. Not everything, but some of it, it's already out, though. It's okay. It's all right. There's plenty of more. You guys, I mean, I know everybody's excited. They should be excited. I got crazy things coming up, though, man. Crazy things.
Now, just to let everybody know too, and I've just thought about this. I was looking at the time. G is having problems with his internet. So if we lose him on the device he's on now, then we'll just keep right on rolling and he can pop back in on a separate device.
On the phone, definitely.
So, do you think it's better to do an investigation with a small group, or do you mind the large public investigations?
Definitely a small group. That's an easy question. I like small groups and big groups. The reason I don't like big groups is I don't, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say this is true, but I don't, you know, think that spirits will be communicating more. And I feel like they'll be surrounded by a lot of, you know, people and it's not going to want to make them talk. But at the same time, that's not always the, you know, that situation and stuff. They'll talk whenever they want to talk. But having like at least a group of people, like maybe a group of 4, 3, even 2 is better though. But 3, 4 minimum, I think you have a higher chance of, you know, actually like getting a lot of activity and stuff. But at the same time, it's not always, you know, 100%. You can have like 6, 7, 8 people and still get like a lot of things. It all depends, you know, if they feel surrounded, the history of the place, you know, what happened. If it's like really, really, really dark and there's more bad than good, then I think, you know, having a group of 6, 7 would not be bad. But in mine, that's why, you know, after Trans Allegheny, having those people over there, it's hard to focus on the questions that you want to ask, having people walk back and forth and getting in the way of everything, you know. So private investigation is more like my way of entertaining people and stuff. I mean, public here and there is okay, but I don't think I would be doing a public anymore because cross contamination and just hearing people like talking and then, you know, you don't know, you can't focus and concentrate on your investigation and making a video and everything like that. Appreciate it, JJ. Thank you.
Yeah, I've never done a public investigation, but since I started the Midwest Parahistoric Society, you know, I've got Tommy Amongst the Tombstones, I've got Randy's Real Paranormal, I've got myself with Living Histories Mysteries. We have Danny with Southern Michigan Paranormals that are all part of the group. And when we do like a hotel or well, like the Masonic Temple the other night we done, there was 3 floors to it. Well, 4 if you count the attic. So it was easy to spread the group out a little bit, but yeah, I can see where like doing a home or a very small building or something like that. I could see where a large group. I won't. When I'm looking for places for us to do, I stay away from those places that have public investigations. I don't want a bunch of amateurs in there making noise and knocking things over and laughing and yeah,
that brings me back to Penhurst Asylum when I did that public investigation, my first public, when people were asking like these questions, what's your favorite food and your favorite drink? I mean, I understand at the same time they're learning, but at this, I wouldn't, even if it was my first time being there, first time, like I'm an amateur or something, I wouldn't ever ask what's your favorite food or anything like that. That's just me. I would just jump in like what happened to you, like, you know, how they're feeling, like good spirit, bad spirit. I would never ask that question. So I definitely like, I feel you on that 100%.
So with what happened to you last week, when are you planning to actually go back out in the field?
Well, that's crazy that you asked me that. My partner actually messaged me 10 minutes before I joined you, telling me about his sister coming down, and he was going to take her to Forest Haven to show her the place. So I don't know 100% if I'm going to do it yet. Probably not. It depends how I feel, and I got to look after myself as well. But if that doesn't happen next week, then once Wolf gets here, that's gonna be the next time that's I'm gonna be. I mean, not like I said, it's not gonna be from I'm not gonna be filming anything. It'll be from hers because I did Fairfield 2 times already. So I'm gonna just let her record for her channel and stuff. I don't think maybe I'll just make a video, like a 20-25 minute video, but I wouldn't be going live. But the next live probably will be Forest Haven though, maybe. I don't know if it's gonna be next week, but once she gets down here, I probably will continue them. It depends how I feel next week. So that's on standby. We'll see what happens.
Um,
Josh.
Since you brought it up, I'm going to go ahead and ask, how are you feeling? I mean, it's been a week and a half. How are you feeling?
I mean, it comes and goes and stuff. There's times and stuff when I'm a little bit stressed out and the pain comes back, and there's times I feel like something's in here and then it just disappears. Like when I listen to this, I think Wolf sent me that. Yeah, she sent me a music. It was a video of I think it was the clearest dark energy, something like that. I'm not really sure 100%. Like that, like really like calms me down and stuff. But I always feel like somebody's like in here watching. And like I said, when I get stressed out and it comes and goes, like not as bad as before. Sometimes it's bad, but it's like for 10-15 minutes and then it just goes away.
Do you remember everything that happened that evening?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I do remember laying down, yes, but I do not remember falling asleep. I do not remember anything after that. I just remember laying down. I don't remember closing my eyes, nothing like that.
Okay. Well, the reason I was asking is I was going to have you, if you did remember, go over, what you were doing that evening, what kind of led up to it, what your first sign something was wrong was.
I was on the phone with Wolf, and then once we got off, as soon as I went in, and like a couple minutes later, like I don't even know, like I started getting pains and stuff, like a little bit, and then it was going back and forth, in and out, in and out, in and out, and then I just lay down, and then I don't remember like after that anything. It was like a blackout kind of a situation.
Wow.
You're making me want to smoke a cigarette, though, man. That's your second
Go
cigar
for it.
already, though. I hear that.
Oh, I smoke these things like crazy, man.
That means I got to take the laptop over there.
So the next thing you remembered after that was waking up in the hospital?
Yes. Yep.
Wow. Wow. Believe me, I know what that's like. That's what I went through with my coma when I got hit with diabetic shock. I remember pulling into the hospital and seeing the flagpole, and I blacked out. And I guess an hour later, they finally got me to the hospital that was going to treat me. The doctor at that hospital took one look at me and said, "This dude's dying. You have to get him up to Kalamazoo." And they took me all the way up there, and I woke up 10 days later. So I know what that's like, man, to remember one thing and then you wake up later and it's like, oh my God, what happened? So
definitely. What's up, 13 Spirits? Diva, appreciate you being here. JJ, thank you for dropping the link. Appreciate you guys being in here. 32 thumbs up, 15 people in here. If you guys haven't already, smash that thumbs button. Subscribe to Drew, turn that bell on, share this out, all that good stuff. Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you, 13 spirits. I have this. I have this belief in here that once you come in here the first time, you're family, and you're welcome back
Definitely.
anytime. So, you know, G's been by for a few of my live streams and stuff, and you know, it's I love it. I mean, if we can't support one another, then why are we doing what we're doing? I mean,
Exactly. That's how you
um,
grow.
you
Definitely.
do. You definitely, you know, grow together. So there's always better strength in numbers. Um,
Okay,
so
so about the hotspot, I just got a text message before you continue. It said I used 100% of the hotspot, and then it said the speed will now be limited to 600 kbps. What
okay,
is, I don't know if that's really, really slow or, but we're fine for right
six.
now. Everything's working well though, but and the internet was paid for, so I don't know what's going on. I have to give him a call after this later on or something. But we're good.
Yeah,
We're still connected. That's all that matters.
600 kilobytes per second. I usually upload my videos at 620, so that's not too bad. Um, so when you go out and do your investigations, what types of equipment do you use?
Oof, that's a good question. Well, we got the SB 11, we got the REM pod, K2, we got the dowsing rods. I really want to get a music box. I'm in the process of doing that. Definitely need a music box. EVP recorder. And the millimeter. We got a millimeter as well. And we got cat balls. I think that's about it. Which is pretty, I mean, that's pretty good amount
Yeah.
of equipment.
So is there anything out there that you would like to get that you haven't got yet
Definitely
besides the music box?
music box. I do want an Ovilus at some point. Maybe one of those trigger bears that talk, you know, when
Mm-hmm.
something like touches it. That definitely a better EVP recorder. I need a better one. What else? SLS at some point. Yeah, that's down the road. That's gonna be like all those big things, like the expensive things. I'm gonna get later down the road. But as of right now, I think we got enough equipment for right now is to tackle these investigations. You know, so you get the
Wow.
app for the Ovilus. Yeah, I know I can get the app, bro, but once I can't use it when I record and you know go on live, I can't use it.
Yeah, I would like to get an SLS. I think that would be really cool, especially in situations like we had the other night when I was trying to play patty cake with a child spirit. We actually had a music box set up in the doorway, and I was talking. I was on my knees in the doorway, talking back and forth and holding my hands out, and whatever was there was touching my fingers at my level. And I think an SLS would have possibly outlined um, whatever it was. Have you have you ever done an investigation where you were absolutely sure what you were encountering was a demon or an evil spirit or something like that?
Fairfield Infirmary and Madison Seminary. Madison, especially, that was my first demonic like encounter in that hallway when I just felt like something was just grabbing my neck, and I just put the phone down on the floor and I couldn't breathe. And then when I was trying to go over there to do it again, to continue the investigation the second night, the equipment, like every piece of equipment died. REM pod was dead. Everything was completely dead. That was only a 3-hour stream. Everything like died that time. So that place is still yet. I still need to do a final chapter for that place and close that off as well on my end. But yeah.
Have you ever thought of getting a EM pump?
You said EM pump?
Yeah, the little puck deal that ejects electromagnetic
Paranormal
energy
puck.
into the air.
Paranormal puck, I think that's called.
Yeah.
I want that too.
Yeah, I think those would really come in handy. We've ran into several investigations where we've lost devices, both at night and during the daytime, where we've gone into an investigation fully charged, and you can almost watch your energy drop as you're using it. So yeah, EM pump I think is really a necessary piece when you're dealing with something like that. So, of all the places that we have across the country, are there any really big, well-known places you would like to go sometime in the future?
There's actually 3 on my list. 4 actually.
Go for it. We got
like
time.
This year. Sowood Hospital in College Hill, Indiana State Sanitarium, Waverly Hills Sanitarium, Conjuring House. That's 4, and then I'll add one more, the Greene County's Almhouse as well. But definitely my top 3, the Conjuring House, Indiana State, and Waverly. My top 3.
Wow. I'd like to do Waverly myself.
I mean, we can collab if you want. Even though you live far away, we can definitely collab for Waverly though sometime this year.
So does anybody have any questions for G? We're moving through my questions really fast.
We are. And you're actually a little bit frozen. That's probably because of this hotspot though. It's okay.
Oh, I'm still here. I'm moving. I'm alive.
I'm gonna get a cigarette real quick, actually, though. I'll be back in a second.
Go for it. There's a lot of places, Deb, up in Canada that I'd like to go. I mean, you know, I actually registered the name Parahistoric because I'm just as much of a historian as I am a paranormal investigator. And knowing how, you know, colonization started on this side of the ocean, and especially with the French fur trade and everything up in Canada, there's a lot of places in Canada I would love to go. I actually used to go to Chatham, Ontario once a year for the reenactment of the Battle of Thames, when the Shawnee and the British fought the American army, and where Tecumseh was killed at. But there was a lot of very, very weird shit that happened at Chatham, Ontario at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, because we were not very far away from the battleground. We were right on the Thames. So, I mean, we've seen a lot of really crazy stuff up there when we would go up there at night. Questions. Waverly, is that in Kentucky or is that in Illinois?
That's a good question. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Okay.
I forgot.
I thought it was in Illinois.
Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky. All right. Which is good because I got family down there. Well, the wife does, but still, it's family.
Yeah, take the wife to Waverly Hills Sanitarium for a private investigation.
She has lost interest. She went to one investigation with me and my buddy Mark 2 years ago. We took my wife, my daughter, and my buddy Mark's wife. And that place was just scary enough. She decided from now on her paranormal investigating was limited to my videos after they were uploaded. She has no interest in going back out to another one. What YouTubers influenced you?
Oh,
Laura Lee. Yeah, Laura Lee.
Well, there's about two probably. Two that I can, actually say that their videos are actually really interesting, and I'm gonna have to go with Sam and Colby and Twin Paranormal definitely. And the reason why I picked those two is because when I do my live investigations, there's times, where you take it serious most of the part, and then there's times where you just want to joke around and just, get out of character a little bit and just be yourself. They got the jokes and, they go back and forth. They take it serious and they joke around definitely though, but my number one is Twin Paranormal definitely. That's the first one.
Yeah, I like Twin Paranormal. There's another group that's on YouTube from Finland, and they were actually live today for a little bit, and no one on camera or in chat spoke English, so I kind of lost out on that one a little bit. I really like
caption subtitles turned on.
Yeah, I looked for subtitles on mine and couldn't find it. I found captions, couldn't find subtitles. So, let's see here.
1 second. Let me back. Put this out.
Yeah, JJ, that would be really cool. That'd be really cool. I don't remember the name, Helena. I don't remember their name. What inspired you to get into ghost hunting? Well, Amethyst, give it just a second till he gets back, and I think he answered that question at the beginning of the stream, but we'll ask him again. For all of the new folks that are part of the family here, along with the old ones, if you'll look at that last little snippet I put up just a second ago, we have a new giveaway competition going on here at the channel. It's all based on donations. 25% of all donations received between now and April 29th goes into a pool. And on April 30th, we're having a big cash drawing. I am picking one name out of everyone in the April 30th live stream. And that person gets everything in the cash pool. I started the competition last week. Right now, there's a big whopping $7.50 in the pool. But the more donations we get, the bigger the pool gets, and that equals out to a much bigger cash giveaway on April 30th. Amethyst asked, what inspired you to get into ghost hunting?
Actually, just watching like the episodes and like shows like on TV and how people do it, and experiences that they have, and the evidence that they capture. Like that's one of the main reasons and stuff. Just watching other people like do it and experience their experiences and stuff makes me want to experience my own.
Okay. Yeah, Helene, it might have been Abadata. Uh, the other one, Paranormal Investigations Group or Paranormal Investigations Group Worldwide, Finland, or something like that. I believe they were. I believe they were live today too. So I know there was a girl that wore glasses that was doing all the talking on the live stream. So I don't know. Peoria State Hospital. That might have been it. That might have been it. What countries and locations would you love to investigate?
Definitely my country. That's Serbia. Definitely want to go there. There's paranormal stuff over there, like because there was a lot of wars happening over there. Definitely that place. I don't know what it's called, but it's like a big, like it's like inside of a tunnel, like big tunnel, like cave or whatever. But there in my country in Serbia, New Mexico, definitely. They have a lot of hauntings. I want to go to the Islands of the Dolls. I don't know where that's located though, but there, I can't really think of any more
I
right
think
now.
that's in Louisiana, isn't it? Island of
I
the
don't know
Dolls.
where it's at. I feel like it's somewhere like Mexico, some Mexican like city or something like that.
I know Ghost Adventures done one. I thought it was in Louisiana, where there was like thousands of dolls all
That's where I
over
want to
this
go. That
island.
right there. That one definitely.
Um, Let me see here.
Canada as well. Yes, Laura.
Yeah, I'd love to do Canada. How have you seen spirits?
Well, besides my grandmother, yes.
Oh,
Several times, yes.
you do that too. Okay, cool. That's always nice to know. I'm not alone with that one. I regularly get visited by my grandmother and my grandfather.
And apparitions of soldiers, that's another one that I saw before too.
Gettysburg, dude, I'll tell you what. I have both of my paranormal investigations at Gettysburg in my playlist are investigations. And that was an experience that I will never forget. We were only there for 2.5 days, and that left such an imprint on me. I don't think I'll ever forget it. How long have you seen spirits?
4 years. About that time span, 4 years, I can say that. About that.
Wow. What's your
These questions quick, aren't we? Though, look at that.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. What's your favorite places to do investigations at?
That I've been to so far. What's your favorite places to do an investigation at? My favorite places, I would have to choose. I mean, I guess I can say Trans Allegheny. If it was a private location, it would have been even better. But Madison Seminary and Fairfield County Infirmary, definitely my top two. Fairfield's number one, of course. Even after everything that went down, though, but that's the most experience I had ever in my whole entire 8 years. Fairfield is my number one as of right now. That really fucked me up.
Oh, wow. Okay, Templar said Island of Dolls is just outside of Mexico City.
I got it. Yep, that's what I said.
Okay. Well, you were right and I was wrong. How about that?
All right.
I got so many places squirreled away in my little diabetic brain. I don't remember where half of them. I've got more tabs saved at the top of this computer screen than Carter's got peanuts. Just so I can keep refreshing my memory on things. If anyone was just starting out doing investigations, what advice would you give them?
Well, definitely take it serious. Number one, take it serious. Don't fake any evidence. Another thing, because this is not some. That's not a game. Once you start something, once you get into this, it's an addiction. It becomes an addiction. And I'm going crazy just staying here, like staying home, and not being able to go anywhere. To investigate. It's making me go crazy though. But definitely be safe and be careful. Like, the questions you're asking them and about the whole provoking thing sometimes that I do, which, when something takes over your body, it's kind of hard not to get angry. And, it's kind of hard to keep your reactions. You got to react the way you feel, the way it makes you feel at the moment. So that's just my reaction. But once you start this, it doesn't stop. It's an addiction, and you're opening up something that it's going to be really difficult to close and to get away from.
Do you remember? We're gonna go way back for this one. When you done your very first investigation as a paranormal investigator, do you remember your mindset going into that investigation?
Yeah, with knowing the history of the place, like soldiers coming, there was a battlefield around. I don't know exactly where it was, but it was in around the house where there was like a battlefield and soldiers walking in, and how am I supposed to put this here? It's gonna be hard for me to explain. You said what was my mindset walking into that first place?
Yeah, I mean, did you go in there knowing you were going to find something? Did you go in there as a skeptic?
Yeah. With I mean, but 50-50 both, especially in stuff knowing that it's soldiers coming in and asking for help and stuff. It's like you gotta approach them respectfully and ask them if they need help and everything like that. I was a 50-50 skeptic, and I was sure that I would have it. I didn't even have that much equipment, maybe like two things. I probably had like a EVP recorder and like one of like it was a K2, but it's EMF detector, I guess you can call it. Not a,
Okay.
Yeah, K2 and EMF are two different things to me. But just having those two things, I was like, and hearing footsteps as well, like upstairs and shuffling and stuff, things like that.
Oh, that'll screw with anybody. I don't care how seasoned you are. That'll scare the hell out of anybody when you know that there's only you and maybe you and a cameraman or something like that in a place.
Oh, it was just me by myself at that time. That was just me alone.
So, since you brought that up, after what's happened recently and things like that, how do you feel about going into locations completely and utterly alone now?
Probably would not happen again, though, to be honest with you, though. More scared, actually, though. Worried. Anxious. Maybe I think it probably started off. That's how everything's, the start of everything is just going to Madison alone. I didn't even cover the whole area of Madison. I didn't go to the Civil War side, but just doing those two locations alone, Madison the first night and then Fairfield the second night. And when you're in there by yourself, it's a whole different feeling. Like you're surrounded by multiple things. And it's dark and it's bad because you can just feel like the breathing on the necks and the whispers in the ear and the get out and the screams and everything. It's a whole different ball game when you're by yourself in there. Definitely. I don't think I would ever go there alone to those two places.
Yeah.
After what happened, I don't think I would not do it anymore.
I don't think I ever would anyway. I mean, even if I hate to make it sound so bad, if I was doing an investigation in an old outhouse, I don't think I would go by myself, only because You know, you're talking about a structure that's exposed to the elements, that's not getting the upkeep it would be if it was still in operation. I mean, a beam could fall from a ceiling and pin you there. It's not just the paranormal, I think, that scares me. It's everything that would make me just never want to go alone. So that always gets me when I see people going in by themselves and they're holding a selfie stick and filming on a selfie stick. It's like, dude, you're stupid.
Yeah, that was me though, literally. I mean, I've always wanted to try like those famously known TV, like that were those locations on TV shows. I always wanted to know, like, how does it feel? Like, what would you get? Like, how would you react and stuff? I always wanted to try it out by myself. But now, since I did, I think I've learned my lesson from that one after everything that's happened, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Cemeteries, yeah, like devilish. I would go to cemeteries alone, definitely, but places with
Yeah.
dark histories,
Yeah. Cemeteries, I still have somebody with me. If it's not Mark, it's Tommy Tombstone or somebody else, you know, that's right there just to be security, I guess. Um, do you recommend saying a prayer before you start an investigation, and then when the investigation ends, you know, telling them that they must stay there after you leave?
I mean, I don't usually say a prayer before it starts, but I do tell them that they have to stay there before I leave. Sometimes I do, sometimes I actually forget to even say that because I'm so drained, like the energy, just gets sucked out of you. Sometimes I forget to even say that. I just feel so tired. I just want to close everything off and just leave. But most of the time, I tell them that they can't follow me, that they're not allowed to follow me, definitely.
Do
That's if
you
they listen, though, but.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you ever feel like maybe you brought something back home with you after you've done an investigation?
Probably. There's this spirit, Elizabeth. Pretty sure everybody knows who she is in the chat. She was a nice spirit. I think she liked my company or something, but
Well,
definitely.
I mean, you're a good-looking guy, so I mean, I don't blame Elizabeth.
Appreciate it. But Elizabeth was an older woman. Elizabeth was like in a cougar little situation, though. It was about her in the 60s, maybe 70s.
Okay, so
But something dark, sinister, definitely. Dark and
Elizabeth likes
sinister.
much younger Serbian gentlemen. Okay, I can get that.
I hear that.
What help do you give to a spirit when they ask for help?
I'm from Fairfield. I tell them and stuff. They don't have to stay there. They're not like no longer trapped to be there. And to follow the light, I had a couple people always tell them to follow the light, to go to the light, to pass and everything like that. That they're not no longer trapped, no longer, mistreated, that they can leave and just open a door for them and they can leave. But also what I left out for Fairfield, another thing that's crazy is there's a cemetery right behind the property that has 1,200 people buried there. That I didn't mention, but 1,200 people right behind the Fairfield property that died in that building that are buried there on unmarked cemeteries or for those families that have not claimed them when they passed away.
Oh, wow. That's terrible. So living where you live at, have you ever done any of the old Native American schools, the cemeteries and stuff out there around where you live at?
The only cemetery I did was an old almshouse cemetery in Gettysburg, and that was about it. I don't really do cemeteries like that unless, I just like being somewhere where like you can hear footsteps and door slams and knocks and bangs and things like that. I like being more like in an inside place where you can actually, get more and more stuff than just be somewhere outside where it's less of a chance for you to get any activity, if that makes sense.
Wow. All right, let me see here. Elizabeth had a little crush on G. winky face from Helena.
Oh man.
Image of Satan in his windshield from what I personally thought resembled. Wow. Any more questions for G? I'm really honest, kind of out of questions. He answered them so fast. We blew through everything I had. Oh, now everybody wants to be quiet. Well, I'll tell you guys what, I'm going to go into a commercial real quick. Then we'll come back and we'll take Pocket Watch's question just as soon as we get back. We'll be right back, y'all.
Saturday, August 20th, 2022, coming to Hartford, Michigan at the Van Buren Poorhouse Museum, it's Ghost-O-Rama. Ghost-O-Rama is a one-of-a-kind event. It's a paranormal meet and greet / flea market / Comic-Con, car show, and much, much more. There'll be paranormal groups, the Ghostbusters, the Mystery Machine, spooky vendors, live band, ghost tour, Jurassic Park, killer cars, food truck, disc jockey, historical museum, kid haunted house, and much more. Van Buren County Historical Museum. That's right, out at 58471 Red Arrow Highway, Hartford, Michigan. 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's an outdoor market, which is free to the public. That's right. You heard me. It's open to the public. There'll be a museum tour, $5 per person. Also, from 9 to 11, a ghost tour, $20 per person. That's right. Ghost-O-Rama is hitting West Michigan Saturday, August 20th, 2022 at the Hartford Van Buren Poorhouse Museum. This is sponsored by Southern Michigan Paranormal's UnrestrictedRadio.com, the Great Lakes Ghostbuster Coalition, How to Halloween, Frankenfest, and the Midwest Parahistorical Society.
And somehow, some way, we lost the G-Man during the commercial break. So we'll hold off on all those wonderful questions that have popped up here. I think he has to move to a different location and get the phone fired up and on here. So let's see here. 13 watching, 34 thumbs up. There he is. Blam.
I don't know what happened.
Ghost in the machine.
Yeah, something. I think it was the internet probably just disconnected. I didn't even see the commercial, that little intro that you did and stuff during the commercials. I didn't get to see that.
Yeah, with Ghost-O-Rama, we're helping to host that event in August up in Hartford, Michigan. We have several bands playing. We're inviting paranormal investigators from all over to come and set up, tell their stories, possibly get new investigations for their crews. We have the Ectos from Ghostbusters, several the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo, several other cars and stuff. Plus, we're doing a paranormal investigation of the Poorhouse Museum that evening. So that's going to be very interesting. There used to be a hospital on the grounds where several people died during the Spanish flu epidemic. So the grounds themselves are supposed to be very active. Let me see here. What does your family think of you investigating?
Well, I only got my mom, though, so she's supportive, though. She's really supportive. She's sometimes on the live streams. She pops in on chat a little bit. you know, says a couple of things and just stays there and just watches and stuff though. So
Now,
she's supportive about it. She believes in it. She believes there's a good, you know, there's good things, there's bad things, good spirits, bad spirits. Definitely.
was your mom and dad, were they both Serbian?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not real familiar with the Serbian people. What's their outlook on the paranormal?
That's actually a good question. That I do not know how to answer that one, but I don't know any like people from my country that actually do what I'm doing. So I would not know how to explain that from my family and stuff and my country and stuff. They believe in it as well, but like people in general over there, I don't know if anybody's like believes in the paranormal, is into it or anything like that.
Wow. Yeah, I know a lot of different cultures look at the afterlife in different ways. And, you know, some of them believe that, you know, once somebody passes on, you should just leave them alone, never talk to them. You know, sometimes don't even mention their name.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I just thought, I don't know why, it just made me think for a second. Yeah, I wonder what the Serbian people are like when it comes to the afterlife. Huh.
Crazy like me though, huh?
Oh, you know,
Appreciate it, Caitlin.
sometimes, sometimes crazy's not bad.
Yeah.
How's Tommy's stream doing over there, Dev? Well, good luck with that, Stephen. I think working at Wild West City out there in New Jersey would be really cool. I think it's going to be really good, Pocket Watch. I wish everybody could come. Right now, we're working on getting banners made. I'm going to be putting a bunch of my videos and video highlights on DVD and taking our big screen TV and setting it up back behind us and playing our videos, not just my videos, but Randy's videos and Tommy's videos, since we're all going to be set up as the Midwest Parahistoric Society.
That's pretty interesting.
You know, and then of course we've all got business cards and let me see here. Caitlin, hello, welcome. Well, stopping and showing some love. Hey, we'll take all the love we can get, Caitlin.
How much people we got in here? I closed out that other tab since the internet was going slow.
13 watching, 36 thumbs up.
And you got 333 subs from what I'm looking at.
Woo-hoo.
So you gained 4 as well. Look at that.
Woohoo! Well, welcome to all the new family members. We're happy to have you. Let me see here. Probably on there. Ghost Tracers is here.
Yeah, feeling okay, Caitlin. Appreciate you asking.
Slowly getting better here too. You are quite welcome, Caitlin. Should try to let someone you trust know where you're at what time you think you'll be back. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a good idea to always have somebody, even, you know, like I've done like really large cemeteries. There's one in Niles, Michigan. That's like 11,000 graves. And even though there's been like 4 of us out there, sometimes we all go our separate ways because it's so big. And I've had my friend that lives just a block away from me that was a county sheriff and a security officer. And I'll have him just sitting in his car at the gate with a radio. That way, if there is a problem, much like the other night at the Masonic Temple when I got like zapped, like seriously had my energy drained. I'm calling on my radio for Tommy, and that crazy dingbat didn't even have his radio turned on. So when I finally had the energy to walk again, I walked out of the temple that I was in and through the foyer and into the billiard room and turned on his radio for him. Thanked him very much for, responding before I died. Let me see here. It's been physical, mental, spiritual 2 weeks. My body and mind just shut down. I had to turn off the computer. Wow. So you're not really wanting to do any more investigations. Is that just like a G slow down moment, or is that actually to recoup from what happened last week?
Both, but
Both?
definitely from what happened last week. Yeah, but both of those, but from what happened last week, that's number one reason, main reason.
So if you could collab with anybody, and I'll give you your top 3. If you could collab with anybody else on YouTube to do an investigation, who would it be?
Oh boy. Well, definitely Twin Paranormal. Like I said, I mentioned them earlier.
I like Twin Paranormal.
I guess you can say Sam and Colby, and then maybe oh my gosh, maybe, I'm not sure. Jasco, one of them two though. My top 3, I guess you can say.
Wow. Yeah, see, all 3 of those, well, 4 of them, at least the twins, Sam and Kobe, and Omar, I would absolutely love to have on here for an interview. I've actually emailed Omar on multiple occasions because he's also friends with What the Paranormal and out of Texas, and I've had them on here.
He's actually friends, I think, with Jenny Love as well. Jenny Love Paranormal TV.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Laura, I know. She said wolf haunts. Of course, that part I already mentioned in the beginning though. She knows that.
Yeah, I'm always looking for awesome investigators and stuff to have on here. I think I said something in your live stream earlier that if anyone would like to guest on Ghost to Ghost PM, definitely get a hold of me. You can either reach me through livinghistorycomesalive@gmail.com. Let me you can get a hold of me at livinghistorycomesalive@gmail.com. You can also get a hold of me at Drew Ellsworth McCrae on Facebook Messenger. I would like to fill every single Friday up for the entire year. And there's enough paranormal investigators on YouTube that I've actually gone off YouTube. I got a hold of Jason Halls 2 weeks ago. But I think they're filming the new season of Ghost Hunters right now, so I don't think he's paying much attention to his email.
Yeah, Ghost
So,
Adventures, I think they're coming out with a new season March 13th, I believe.
yeah.
Something like that. Love you too, Laura. Appreciate it. I'm going to close this window real quick.
All
There was
right.
paranormal activity happening, though. For a second, I forgot to open the window.
Yeah, I watch. I'm with you, Diva. I watch the twins and Omar every time Omar does something. And a lot of people don't know this, but Zach Bagans actually studied filmography and videography right here in Michigan. I've even emailed him and to see if possibly, if not him, but one of the other guys would be interested in coming up here, or even possibly coming back to Michigan and doing an investigation, since this is where he learned to do his film work and stuff. So once again, though, you're talking busy, 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 busy people. How about getting Holly from Holly's Lore? That's a good idea, Jan. Send me something so I don't forget that. Holly and Eric are awesome. Check out Black Rose Spirited. They're awesome mediums that do investigating. Omar say something about moving to New York. Hey, Sonny. Yeah, Omar goes everywhere. Omar is incredible. I don't understand how some of these teams do what they do. It blows me away that, like I was watching one group here a couple months ago. They were in Romania and leaving Romania and going to Scotland and then going to Ireland, then going to England. It's like, my God, they must just sit back and wait for their $10,000 YouTube check to come in and just buy plane tickets and fly to the next place. I don't understand how that works.
Definitely.
Let's see here. Any more questions for him? I mean, we got G right here, guys. This dude, 8 years of this shit that we're doing. And, you know, I know that he has seen some stuff that will make your hair turn white. Overnight. Yep, I watch overnight stuff too. And it is, you're right, Helena. It is overnight that does that. Amy Cripps and Ozzy has just gone to the USA too, so investigating a great investigator. Wow. Yeah, there's another one of them Russian sex sites, guys. That's 2 doors down the hall and to the left, guys.
Well, that's the first one, though. It's okay. It took an hour and a half.
That's not too awful bad.
Yeah.
We normally have 2 or 3 of them show up in a live stream.
Well, look at that.
Wow. Yeah, that's 2 doors down. Last door on the left-hand side of the hall is where the Russian sex room is.
Oh, good.
So, besides the investigations that you're planning on doing with Wolf Haunts when she gets here, what else you looking to do this year? I mean, the year's young.
Besides investigations?
Yeah, besides what you're doing with Helene when she's here, what else have you got planned to do this year?
I think I've mentioned all the locations already. I believe Hillview Manor, like I said, Waverly, couple of prisons, Conjuring House, all those. That's about it, actually, though. Like, there's so many locations I can't even name right now. But most of them will be with her though, probably most of them.
Okay. All right, so I'm guessing you guys probably won't make it to Michigan while she's here. Looks like you're going to have to plan another trip, Helena. Get back home, start saving your money for another trip. So, you know, swing by and pick G up on the way, and we'll just have to.
I'll probably be like maybe the third when she gets here, like the third time. Then maybe I think we can do something like that in Michigan.
Yeah, it'd be kind of
Definitely.
cool. Definitely give me some heads up, and I'll set up some good ones for us.
Laura said yes, one to stay. Yeah, I got a one-way ticket though, huh, Laura?
Who do you do investigations with when you're not going solo?
My partner. I mean, he has a channel as well. He's not on here. He told me him and his girlfriend are going out to dinner. So with Paul, Big Mac, whoever you guys want to call him, I'll actually drop his link down. And he just started uploading yesterday, I think, as well. I'm not sure if I can find him on here. Yeah, okay, hold on. I'm gonna drop his links in a comment. I mean, he posts on that channel. He just posts like raw evidence, like uncut, unedited evidence. He just puts it like all out there. There was one that he put on a Fairfield Infirmary that when we went to go take a break outside, he just left. I told him to leave the phone just sitting there. And in between like a minute and 45, like the camera shifts down a little bit, like it was moved, like it focused down. But I'm going to drop his link in the comment as well.
Okay.
Appreciate you guys for subscribing. Gain 4 subscribers. We're at 422 if we don't lose any. Gain 4. Appreciate you guys. Those of you who subscribed earlier. Yeah, I dropped this channel. That's this channel right there.
JJ just said something to me about this, so I figured I would go ahead and put something up there and pin it to the top. Probably should have done that at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah, but you had your dinner and stuff, though. It's okay.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. When the wife made homemade biscuits tonight, her very first time ever making homemade biscuits, and I like I said, I fried up just some ground sausage and made like little sausage biscuits for dinner. Dude, I don't even want to think about dessert. Those things filled me up. Yeah, Ghost Tracers. Helena is an awesome investigator. I love watching her videos when she puts them out. I mean, you know, I had her on here just a few weeks ago, and she is an untapped potential. She does incredible live streams. She's got balls, and I love to see her in investigation. It's awesome. But she's got untapped potential. She could be one of the best live streamers out there. She draws a crowd. She's very interactive with people. She's a great investigator. She's got a lot going for her. Let's see here. Followed for years from my town. Anything else? Yeah, Helena, I think a collab would be great. I know we have this summer we're planning on Taryn from Paranormal Brews. She lives in New Jersey. She's planning on coming to Michigan to do an investigation with us. And then a few weeks ago, I had part of a team of theologians and paranormal investigators from New York State that want to come out and do investigations with us. So, I mean, we already got people wanting to come at least a quarter of the way across the country to hang out with us. I'm all new to this. I don't have much content out. No, you don't. But what you've got out, Helene, is great. You know, I honestly thought that G had only been doing this for a few months because, you know, you look at his channel and it only goes back about 5 or 6 months. And then, you know, him and I started talking and it's like, my God, he's been doing this for 8 years. I just thought he was like just overly confident or something about you know, going out and doing it. And it's like, damn, dude, you go out there and you don't care. It's 8 years of learning the trade. You know, it's kind of like, cool. Now I understand.
Definitely.
All right. Well, guys, if there's no more questions for G, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let him roll out and have the rest of his Friday evening to do whatever he wants to do.
I got nothing planned anyway. There's really nothing for me to do, actually.
Oh,
anyway.
Well, then we'll just hang out for the next 20 minutes and answer questions as they come.
That sounds fine with me. Unless you got something to do, Drew.
No, my streams are always 2 hours unless it's a premiere or something. And other than that, I sit in here and just BS around for 2 hours. So how long have you lived in America then?
22 years. Since 2000.
And you're what, 37?
You know what, Drew? We really about to end this early before 9 o'clock, though. I hear that. 27, bro. 27.
You're 27?
Yes. Push me 10 years back, though.
Dude, I would have swore I saw somebody the other day in one of your live streams say something about you being in your 30s. I am so sorry.
You're good, though. I was messing with you anyway, man. I was being sarcastic.
Okay.
It's okay, brother. I got a sense of humor, though.
So you came here then when you were like 5 years old.
Yeah, 1994. 6.
Wow, that's so cool. Let me see here.
Not a problem, JJ. No, I was messing with you. I don't want you taking me serious and stuff when I said I'm about to end the stream early, though. I was messing with you. At least you didn't say 47. It's probably because of the beard that makes me look older. I'll give you that.
I think it's a combination of the beard and your the way you handle yourself. You don't handle yourself like a 20-something guy out doing an investigation. I mean,
I get that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you seem like aged beyond your years.
I get that a lot, though. Definitely.
Carrie, what kind of well, now you can't kill a ghost with either one of those. 40 caliber or 9mm. I mean, if I'm gonna take a weapon to an investigation, it's gonna be my axe, dude. It's gonna be my blessed bearded axe. The only reason I call it a blessed bearded axe is because I sprayed it with holy water, so I know it's going to do some damage to something. If I ever run into a vampire or something like that, I know I'll be safe.
Yeah, like Dracula, though, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Who asked about ghosts? Except maybe making one. Oh, God. Let me see here.
Laura, oh my God.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good channels in here tonight. I mean, I've had a chance to watch several videos and stuff from different people that have been in here, and you know, I don't see anybody that could don't have great potential. I mean, everybody finds those good investigations that just keeps the viewers satisfied.
I see 2 questions on there. Pocket
Yep.
Watch, the question is no. And JJ, the question is no. I do not carry no holy water or any oils with me.
Do you carry any kind of protection with you, like crystals or anything?
I mean, that tourmaline necklace, I did at Trans-Allegheny, but I didn't take it with me to Fairfield because you need to cleanse it in spring water, and I didn't have any spring water, so it's just like I told you before the interview. It's hanging on top of the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Since Trans-Allegheny. I hear that. I wouldn't have to be your son, though. I feel you on that, Diva. Oh, man. Diva even thought I was 37, though. Look at that, Drew. You don't got to feel bad now. You're not the only one.
Well, Diva, I mean, I really can't complain. Most of the people in my group are younger than my kids. G is younger than my kids. My youngest son is 4 years older than he is. So, I mean, I'm 53 years old. So,
I was going to say 47. I thought you were in your 47, 46.
now I feel really bad. I guessed you 10 years older, and you guessed me 8 years younger. Shit, I feel like trash now.
That's no
God.
good, man. That's the beard, man. It's okay. You ain't the first. Not the first person that said that.
Let me see here. Too cold to go with. 38 March 1st.
Probably not ghost tracers. I wouldn't investigate now. The doll. I don't know about that. Like having like those collections or whatever. Like, I don't know. It's like the Haunted Museum from Zach Bagans. I don't know if I would do that, actually.
Actually, that's one of my dreams. We have some very, very old Civil War era buildings up here that were built during the mid 1850s. And there's one right across from our post office that's not had anybody in it for 80 years. But they moved it to that location, and they've been doing the upkeep on it. It has no electricity ran to it. It has no indoor plumbing ran to it. It has nothing. It don't even have actually indoor bathrooms. But I would love to be able to buy that from the Historical Society and turn it into a full-time studio, and the downstairs into a haunted museum. Only because people are all the time getting a hold of me and offering me things. I was telling Tommy Tombstone the other night that I have a Dybbuk box coming.
Oh shit! Well, that's the moment you realize you fucked up on that one, though, brother. Big time.
Somebody got it.
Say, pack your shit, and you about to be out that house, though, bro.
Oh, I'm not opening it here. Don't you worry. I won't open it around my family.
He's gonna follow you.
I'm definitely going to find some place that we can film the Dybbuk box, and you're more than welcome to, Ghost Tracer. I will be more than happy to take it. I'll find a very nice, blessed little box with sage, sweetgrass, cedar, and tobacco to put that thing in and keep it until I've got a nice clear glass box to put it in.
Yeah, you can send that dog Ghost Tracers right there. Drew right over there. I'll be goddamn if you want to send it over here, I'll tell you that. All right, I'm going to have more stuff happening to me, though. I'm not taking that chance. Definitely. Drew said he'll be more than happy to do that. Take
Yep,
that dog.
I'm more than happy to. You can send that right over here. Just get a hold of me at one of those methods I told you about earlier, and we'll work out an address and stuff. If you guys will excuse me for a second, I am going to run to the bathroom. I'm going to turn this over to G, let him just rattle on for a couple minutes, and I'll be right back.
Jim, the biscuits are kicking in. The sausages. I don't think he heard me. I'm going to tell him when he gets back. He said a couple minutes. So when he says couple minutes, it's number 2. Not number 1. Sausages are kicking in. I was wrong. I think he's coming back. G could investigate for you. We have to get something going on after this, G and Wolf. What do you mean, Laura? Something going on after this. What do you mean? Yeah, what am I watching? I was on my YouTube, though. Pocket Watch. I was on the YouTube real quick checking something.
Who goes? We're scared of him.
Oh, you're back, bro. You thought you said a couple minutes.
Yeah, it don't take long when you're a diabetic.
I didn't say a couple minutes. I was like, the biscuits are kicking in probably.
Oh, no. Let me see. Did I say 52? I meant 53. I was born in 1968. So, yeah, I'm 53. I'll be 54 October 8th.
Oh, look at that.
For those of you that follow the horoscopes and stuff, that makes me a Libra, which I'll never understand because I'm anything but balanced.
JJ, that's where I was just at. Ohio. Lancaster, Ohio. It was that investigation at the Fairfield County Infirmary. That was Lancaster, Ohio. And then Madison Seminary is in Madison, Ohio. So I was in Ohio about like 9 days ago.
Hey, Blaine. Good to see you, brother. Are you a Libra, Helena? I didn't know that. Yeah, I the whole idea behind being a Libra, the scales is the sign for a Libra, and I'm definitely not balanced, and so I'll never understand what my mom and dad's thing was about having me in October. Must have been really bad drugs or something. I don't know.
3 of you guys are Libras. You, Wolf, and Laura. 3 Libras on there. That's crazy.
Libras are best, aren't we? Will you come to Columbus to the infirmary? Columbus, Ohio.
What infirmary is over there? I don't know any infirmaries over there at the top of my head right now. Oh, Laura, yeah. That's right, Laura. We talked about that before, though. You did say you were Virgo. Yeah, you're right.
What the hell? Who says that? Oh, let me see here. Yeah, definitely. Happy birthday, Templar. Man, I had no clue that today was your 59th birthday. Happy birthday, brother.
Yeah, happy birthday, man. I didn't know either until I said something. Oh,
man. Man, this has been nice. I told you there was no reason to be worried
I was
or
just a little
nervous.
bit, like, tiny bit nervous. That's my first ever interview on here, though. So
You did
far.
good. You just talked too fast.
I don't know. Yeah, because I answered your questions really quick, though. Man, that's how I am.
Yeah, I mean, I figured, I was going to have like a whole stream where I got to sit here until maybe like the last half hour and then start asking questions out of the chat. And it's like, dude, we're done like an hour into it. What the hell are we going to do for the next hour?
Yeah,
Let's
hour and a half,
get
we're done.
questions from the chat. Investigate the history or claims of the haunting. Oh, that's a good question. Do you investigate the history or the claims of the haunting?
Both. I like knowing the history, like what happened, and everybody's story from different spirits, like female, male. I like knowing their stories, what caused their deaths, the abuse, everything like that. And the haunting, the claims even make it even more better. Like, it makes me want to do it even more and find out even more, like, if it's really true. Good question, though.
Very good question.
Good answer as well.
Yeah, very good answer as well.
Ohio State Infirmary. I'm gonna look into that. It's actually not on the Ghost Hunt USA website, so I'm gonna check into that too.
Yes, you didn't know you were giving me a present. Well, I'm giving you something to do on your birthday. I don't know if I definitely call this a present, but okay. I mean, I got to be the only guy who gets out of bed in the morning and covers my face to do my hair because I don't want to look at it. How about Ghost Tracer? Most definitely, I go in the rumored hauntings of a location is what gets my attention, and then we automatically flip over to the history. If you watch any of like my cemetery investigations and stuff, you'll see me out with Mark Siegel. He is top of the line historic researcher for Living Histories Mysteries and Midwest Parahistoric Society. This is a man who gets bored and documents every single Civil War soldier from the state of Michigan, where they were born at, where they died at, where they served at, what battles they took place in, and their reason for discharge, either injury or serve their term. He literally has books this thick. He's got over 10,000 soldiers listed that he has went out and researched and got all the information for.
That's crazy.
He is a diehard historian, Civil War reenactor. But yeah, it's the stories of the haunting that get our attention. Then we automatically study the history of the place, and then he'll go out and do a preliminary investigation on his own during the daytime just to find specific graves that he wants to talk about, echelon to high-ranking officers and things like that. Then we'll feature those graves and the stories of those individuals in our videos. When he finished with Michigan, ask him to work on Ohio. That might be kind of hard, Jan, because he hates Ohio. If it wouldn't have been for his wife, we probably would have drove around Ohio to go to Gettysburg. He didn't even want to drive through Ohio. That's how much he'd like it. Rashid, welcome. We've only got a couple minutes left, but thanks for stopping in and welcome to the chat. Welcome to the family. That's what I like, not only spirit present, but why or what's behind the hauntings. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I always say that what is the paranormal besides an echo of history? And um, it's nice to know if not just what causes the haunting or what might be haunting a location, but also what like the Masonic Temple the other night. We knew that the Masonic Temple had been moved from another location. We automatically were trying to figure out what the building was before it became a Masonic Temple. And then we come to find out that building was built as a new Masonic Temple. So there was no history, but what stood on that property before the Masonic Temple is a whole different animal, and there is no documented history of that.
Definitely.
So, yeah, we have no clue if it was a brothel, if it was a hotel, if it was slums, what it was. Let me see here. I could help by going to cemeteries here. But all right, guys, we are down to about a minute and a half. If there are no other questions for G, I am going to close this puppy out with the intro, outro, and commercial, and him and I are going to talk for a few minutes. I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. I appreciate all of the folks from AAP and from Paranormal Search and everybody else that came in and joined us tonight, made G feel like part of the family. I mean, he already was, but now we've popped his interview cherry, and I'm sure he can't wait. I'm sure he can't wait now to be interviewed again. Oh, look at this! Look at this! The coconut, outstanding interview.
Appreciate it, bro.
Ghost Tracers, awesome show. Wolf Haunts, that was awesome. Dude, you're a natural.
Appreciate it, Wolf. Coconut, Pocket Watch, everybody stop by. Appreciate it. Much love and support. Appreciate you guys.
And you're welcome, Pocket Watch, and hopefully all of my upcoming interviews will be as interesting as this one, because, I love to sit and watch somebody in their own natural habitat, doing their own live streams and stuff like that, and then actually get to sit down and find out what got them to this point. And I loved it. I loved it.
Definitely appreciate you as well for having me on here as well. That means a lot. First
My
interview
pleasure.
ever, though, so it's
my pleasure, bud. Anytime. And I mean, if you ever go out and do an investigation or something, or even want to do a live stream or something when Helene is here, I'll get you both up with me. I don't care. Talk about an investigation you guys done together or something.
that sounds good to me. I'm down. I'm down for anything. You know that.
Oh yeah. But all right, guys, that's gonna be it. It is 9 o'clock. We will be rolling again Monday morning, 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time for morning coffee and chat. But until then, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you. I do.
And, baby, you got to do that outro with me, Drew. You watch my live streams. How do we do this outro? Do this outro with me, though, since I got you on here, bro. Do it. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. You're closing, bud.
Paranormal Search out, baby. I love you guys.
Y'all take care.
Saturday, August 20th, 2022, coming to Hartford, Michigan at the Band.